Hi, welcome to the Test the Model Employee of the Year Award Nomination Guide video. This video will serve as a guide to preparing the nomination folder for your respective executive or regional model employee nominee. This CD contains the following: this nomination guide video, which is best viewed using VLC Media Player, the nomination kit, and the sample documents. Let's start first with the Simplified Procedures Guide. This is based on the TESDA Circular Number 15, Series of 2011, and contains the award categories, the qualification requirements, and the procedure for nomination. Next is the checklist of submitted documents. Listed here are all the documents that should be included in the nomination folder. The nominator information form should be filled out by the nominator. Please make sure that all items are filled out and that the name of the nominator and his or her signature is placed at the end of the form. The nomination form should also be filled out by the nominator. Again, make sure that all pertinent information are written in this form. The PDS to be submitted should be completely filled out and should be duly subscribed and sworn to before the highest ranking Human Resource Management Officer in the regional or executive office. It should also have a passport-sized photo that was taken in the last 6 months with the name written at the bottom side of the picture. The photograph should not be a computer printout nor a photocopy. Also, please attach only the list of training programs attended, awards or citations received, and/or publications and research done by the nominee. Please do not attach any actual copies nor photocopies. Next is the citation. Maximum of 1 page and approximately 250 words long. The citation is basically a brief statement of why the nominee should receive the award. This is the key document in the nomination. It mostly contains a description of the nominee's work ethic and work accomplishments. Any photographic evidence or supporting document should not be included in the citation proper. If needed, place the supporting documents in a separate sheet. The biographical sketch should also be 1 page long. This will provide background information on the nominee, and it will serve as a summary of his or her past accomplishments. A sample can also be found in the Sample Documents folder. The next document is the job description of the nominee covering the year in review. This should be duly signed by both the nominee and the head of the operating unit where the nominated employee is deployed. This will provide context to the nominee's role in his or her respective operating unit. The OPCR and the IPCR for years 2012 and 2013 should be included in the nomination folder. These will serve as reference to how the nominee's physical accomplishments have significantly contributed to the achievement of the performance goals and targets of his or her operating unit for the year in review, and to see the consistency of the nominee's desirable performance. These will also be used to check what is written in the Model Employee Self-Assessment Forms. The Certificate of No Administrative or Criminal Case should be duly signed by an appropriate official deposing that the nominee has not been found guilty of any administrative or criminal offense involving moral turpitude, and that there is no pending administrative or criminal case against him or her at the time of nomination. The summary of productive man days and man days lost for 2012 and 2013 would provide reference to the actual attendance or presence in the place of work as may be observed. The Model Employee Assessment Forms come in two files, the A1 Productivity Self-Assessment Form and the A2 and A3 Behavioral Assessment Form. Form A1 should be filled out and duly signed by the nominee. It is designed to help the nominee review and report his or her own performance and contributions for 2013. Please remember that the accomplishments written in this form should be verifiable using the IPCRs and OPCRs included in the nomination kit. Forms A2 and A3 are both found in the Behavioral Assessment file. This should be answered by the nominee. Please make sure to read the instructions before answering. The next page contains the competencies that should be rated by the nominee. This will depend on the category that he or she will fall in. Please note that Category 3 and Category 4 nominees have to fill out the additional leadership competencies which begin on page 12 of this file. Page 5 includes a sample of how to rate the competencies. Remember that the notes section of every competency should be answered using the STAR matrix. Your answers should vary from item to item, but make sure that the STAR matrix is used. The validation of your rating will be based on the quality of your narrative and the evidence that would be included. Page 6 is the start of the competencies to be rated. Nominees from all categories are required to answer Form A2, which consists of the individual contribution and the human relations competencies. Please do not forget that all pages should be signed by the nominee and countersigned by his or her immediate superior as the second-party evaluator. Also, there should be corresponding evidence attached. These attachments will help the third-party evaluator to validate your rating and notes. Also, please make sure that only one box per column will be checked. If not, the lower score will be attributed to the nominee. Page 12 is the start of the leadership competencies, or Form A3, which should be answered by Category 3 and 4 nominees. Again, these should also be signed by the nominee and countersigned by his or her immediate superior. It should also include supporting documents. Strategic orientation, which is on the last page of Form A3, should be answered by Category 4 nominees only. As a reminder, do not attach any original supporting document. Photocopies of certificates, minutes of the meeting, memoranda of agreement or understanding, photographs, clippings, news items, or other supporting documents will suffice. The last document to be included in the nomination folder is the proof of deliberation and selection signed by the chairperson or office head. It may be in a form of comparative assessment, minutes of the meeting, clarification of how or why the nominee was chosen, or a certificate of sole candidacy if applicable. And this brings us to the end of the nomination guide video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the National Model Employee Awards Committee Secretariat at area code 02-817-2516. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you have a great day.